Fergie and Josh Duhamel call it quits, and fans are in agony on Twitter.
We'll tell you what went wrong.
I still zip it and do it in a bikini with perky boobs and a flat belly. And if I got no behind, I could buy one like the rest of you all.
Wendy Williams responds to criticism of her viral bikini pics and fires back at T.I. after he calls her out on Instagram. A little bit.
Date night for Queen Bee and Jay-Z. We'll tell you all about their first big glam red carpet event since having the twins.
Yep, it was all going down at Rihanna's Diamond Ball, where the stars came out to play.
And the primetime Emmys are Sunday night. In honor of Emmys weekend, we have People's Editor's picks for the best Emmys gowns of all time.
Plus, we are celebrating Prince Harry's 33rd birthday.
Yes, with all the reasons the royal makes our hearts melt.
Well, guys, we are excited around here. It's TV's biggest night of the year. The Emmy Awards are this Sunday. So excited. We can't wait to watch. We want to know, what celebrities are you most excited to see at the Emmys this weekend? It's our Facebook question of the day. Let us know your answers in the comments below. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. In case you haven't heard the news, Fergie and Josh Duhamel have called it quits after 8 years of marriage. Gotta say, people are pretty heartbroken to see the relationship come to an end. A source close to the couple confirmed the split on Thursday, but what was the big factor in that breakup? Well, apparently, how different the two are. A source tells People, quote, in the beginning, it was what attracted them to each other and made them so fun to be around, but they come from totally different backgrounds and they wanted different things. Another source close to the Black Eyed Peas singer says Josh is low-key and laid back. Fergie is more high maintenance and very focused on her career. He definitely wants more kids and has always wanted to be a family man. The source adds that their lives were, quote, heading in two separate directions and they are often apart because of work. Now, while sources say the split has been a long time coming, the two are both still, quote, obsessed with their 4-year-old son Axel and love being parents. The couple confirmed their split with a joint statement saying they separated earlier this year and that they will always be united in their support for each other and their family. On Thursday, Josh Duhamel was spotted stepping out just hours after the breakup news broke. The actor was noticeably not wearing his wedding ring while hiking a trail in Brentwood, California. Meanwhile, fans of the two have been in shambles and are letting the Twitterverse know how they really feel about the couple's breakup. Nina's obviously feeling very sad and alone with the everyone leaves gif. We feel you there. Look at her. Oh, man. It's just sad. It's hopeless. And while Valerie is devastated over the news, she's sending out a call or a tweet to protect Selena Gomez and The Weeknd from a breakup. There you go. And Life is Bree sending out a prayer for the two, saying, first it was Chris Pratt and Anna Faris, now Fergie and Josh Duhamel with the gift, Lord Jesus, fix it. And Christina seems like she agrees because she just can't stop crying. It's really, really dramatic. So many feels, guys. We're having all those feels around here too, but we, of course, wish them well as they move forward. Well, talk show host Wendy Williams came under scrutiny as photos of the star in a tiny string bikini began circulating on the internet. Wendy, who's no stranger to firing back at the haters, opened up to me while promoting the new season of her show about the photos and why she's proud of her body. Watch.
I was in Barbados on
Yes.
a lover's holiday with my husband of almost 20 years. Yes, I am 53, and yes, I still zip it and do it in a bikini with perky boobs and a flat belly. And if I got no behind, I could buy one like the rest of you all. Okay?
But keeping it real.
Well, I mean, I don't want front and back.
All right, good for you.
Like, I'm done with that. So, you know, I have a flat behind. I talk about it all the time. I'm shaped like a capital P. You know what I'm saying? A capital P. Oh, please.
It's the look.
I can joke about myself before you ever joke with me.
No, right, of course.
And we were having the time of our lives. And I never saw paparazzi the entire time we were there. We totally thought we were by ourselves.
How does it make you feel when people are talking about the way you look?
I don't care when people talk about the way I look, because as long as I love what I see when I get out of the shower, and as long as he loves what he sees when I slip into bed, and as long as my son is not embarrassed by, you know, overweight or underweight mommy, I'm good.
Good to go. Leave it to Wendy to tell it like it is. But the drama doesn't stop there, everybody. Following the photo's release, rapper T.I. took aim at the controversial host, throwing shade on social media in an Instagram post. Here's how he wrote it. Okay, now as much bleep as this sister talk about people, myself included, I know what y'all expect, but I'm not going to do the obvious and fire her ass up? Not sure. Nope, I'm going to be respectful because regardless of her flaws, she's still an independent black businesswoman that's had to fight her way through life to get where she is, just like the people she judges daily. T.I. continued his post by saying he won't be commenting on the star's bikini pics, writing, "Let's see if the power of mercy moves her heart to not be so malicious and vindictive in the future when she's speaking on the lives of other strangers when they're going through their own personal tough times. That's my approach. Let's see." That's what T.I. said. Well, of course, we had to get Wendy's take on the rapper's pointed statement, find out whether or not there's any bad blood between those two stars. Watch.
No, his wife is going to be on the show on Friday.
Okay, all good. Oh, I can't wait to...
If they're still married, I have no idea. I heard he wears lifts.
Uh-oh. We'll find out when she's there.
No. I'm grown. This is not about T.I. This is about Tiny and her group Escape.
All right.
Watch how I do.
All right.
But that's between me and you.
Just right here.
You know when a short man puts lifts in his shoes to be a little taller. Maybe I should wear butt pads to give me some more ass.
Yes, Wendy, spilling all the tea, just like usual, even a little in there. I can't do it like she can. She does it well. Season 9 of The Wendy Williams Show kicks off Monday, September 18th. Check your local listings. Love Wendy Williams. All right, moving on to this. Beyonce and Jay-Z had a pretty dazzling date night on Thursday. The couple attended singer Rihanna's star-studded diamond ball at New York's Cipriani Wall Street. Beyonce wowed in a plunging dark emerald silk gown with a high slit, while Jay-Z wore a dapper suit and bow tie. This was the couple's first big red carpet event since their twins Rumi and Sir Carter were born 13 weeks ago. Just hours before the glamorous event, the couple also enjoyed a showing of Dear Evan Hansen at the Music Box Theater. And much to the delight of the Broadway cast, Beyonce surprised them all by coming backstage after the show. Cast members posted photos on Instagram and Twitter after the meeting, with Tony Award-winning lead actor Ben Platt even getting in on the action there. He tweeted a photo of himself and Queen Bee mid-conversation with the simple caption, "It happened. Say no more, Ben. We know how you feel." Well, we can imagine how it would feel.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how it felt.
I know. Let's check in with Facebook Live. We're talking the celebs you're most excited to see at this weekend's Emmys. Lauren says, can't wait to see what Nicole Kidman wears on the red carpet. And I think the entire cast of Big Little Lies, Reese Witherspoon, Shailene Woodley.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot wait.
They're going to be definitely ones to watch. Edward says, I'm so excited to see that cast of Blackish.
Okay.
A lot of buzz for them.
We got Yara Shahidi in here, fashionista.
Yep. See how they do. All right, keep the Facebook comments coming in. We'll check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea Mulforce and Star Trek.
Yes, Jeremy, that is correct. We are kicking off Star Treks with lots of red carpet fashion and updates from some of our favorite stars. Like mother, like daughter, Catherine Zeta-Jones attended Michael Kors' New York Fashion Week show Wednesday night and brought along a very special guest, her 14-year-old daughter, Carys. The 47-year-old actress rocked a sexy black dress with a leather belt, while Carys opted for a black off-the-shoulder top and a yellow patterned miniskirt. Walking the show were famous faces like Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, and even Kate Upton, who made her New York Fashion Week debut. Catherine and her daughter sat alongside Nicole Kidman and Naomi Watts front row at the big event. Designer Kors shared this sweet snapshot of the star, writing, "Beautiful, funny, sexy, and brilliant Catherine Zeta-Jones, such a Michael Kors woman." And style star Emily Ratajkowski debuted a brand new haircut at Rihanna's 3rd annual Clara Lionel Foundation Diamond Ball on Thursday night. The 26-year-old fashionista wore a vintage Chanel dress, showing off her new bob and ultra-slim figure on the carpet. Many A-list celebs attended Riri's starry ball, but no one shined bright like a diamond quite like the singer herself. Rihanna turned heads in a dramatic black Ralph and Russo couture gown, which featured a blazer bodice and high-to-low train. As if the ensemble wasn't eye-popping enough, the songstress outshined all of her guests with diamond accessories from Chopard, stacking a diamond necklace from her Rihanna Loves Chopard collection on top of a choker. But wait, that's not all the bling Riri rocked. The singer added diamond stud earrings, 2 diamond rings, and a slew of bracelets to complete her look. Gotta say, she is looking very fierce. The extravagant ball was hosted by Dave Chappelle and featured a variety of musical performances from Kendrick Lamar to Calvin Harris. Rihanna opened up to the AP about the exclusive charity event, revealing she was so touched that her friends decided to come out to New York City and give back. Watch.
It was so heartwarming when Kendrick, he agreed to do it right away. And Calvin Harris came on board shortly after. Dave Chappelle, he's amazing. I can't believe that we have this lineup tonight because it seems too good to be true. It's gonna be nonstop, just legendary.
Love hearing from Riri. Sounds like it was a very successful night, and she looks amazing. Of course, the biggest night in television is this Sunday, the 69th Primetime Emmy Awards. Now, even though we're obviously all excited to see which shows will take home the top prizes, let's be real, we can't wait to see that red carpet fashion. So in honor of the big night, our People Style editors came up with their all-time favorite Emmys looks. So enjoy our little walk down fashion memory lane.
Guys, stay with us. Yolanda Hadid is opening up about how Lyme disease nearly destroyed her life. Plus, Chris Harrison is revealing his shows The Bachelor and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire are not so different after all. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo. One George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
TLC's My Giant Life is back this Sunday with a brand new season. The show follows the lives of 6 extraordinarily tall women who are navigating life in an average-sized world. We have an exclusive moment from Sunday's premiere where Katya and her wife are looking for their potential sperm donor. Take a look.
How tall are you?
6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
When looking for a sperm donor, we definitely want someone who's a little bit taller, someone smart, good-looking, and active. Vladimir was very handsome, tall. So what made you want to, sign up for this?
I'm looking to have a child. Kind of don't want a relationship, but if it's a 3-way, I'd like to jump on top of it.
So hopefully not literally. The best case scenario is that we actually meet a guy that we really like, who's not creepy. How tall are you?
5'6".
So what are your hobbies? What are you into?
The internet.
The best case for today is that we actually find a guy that we really like, who's not creepy and who seems really nice and who seems to hit all the things that we want, and then we can get to know him better and see if he's a good fit to be a sperm donor. Do you have any kids?
No kids. Not that I know of.
I had a scare once.
Who knows? Maybe our baby daddy is in there somewhere.
And watch My Giant Life Sunday to see if they find the right pick. Now moving on to Yolanda Hadid's candid revelation about Lyme disease.
You know, when I first started feeling fluish, but when this flu just hits you like a truck, like joint pain, tired, fluish, coughing, and then it would go away for a couple of days and I would think I got it and then it would hit again. But I wasn't very conscious at that time. You know, I was such a driven, multitasking, social butterfly, my kids, carpool lane, building a house. I was in this crazy stage of my life where I was just juggling 100 things at once and just hard-headed, pushing through whatever symptoms I had. Until one day it just knocked me out where I go oh my God, the light went off in my head and I have a problem.
Yolanda Hadid is opening up about her battle with Lyme disease and how it nearly destroyed her. While promoting her new book, Believe Me, Yolanda reflected on her difficult medical journey, telling people there was a lot of internal learning to do about myself because I'm such a fighter that I used to just keep getting up and doing my thing. I had to surrender to what was going on in that moment, which was I needed rest. The former Real Housewife went on to describe her confusion surrounding the condition, revealing that doctors initially diagnosed her with chronic fatigue syndrome. She tells people in the beginning stages, you just go, okay, you were taught to believe the doctors are always right. So whatever the doctor said, I just went, oh, I'm fine. So you keep pushing, and then days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. Finally, after experiencing migraines so severe that she had to be kept in isolation, in addition to suffering bizarre dark circles around her eyes, Yolanda sought treatment in Belgium, where she was officially diagnosed with Lyme disease. Watch.
I remember going through the airport to Belgium. I mean, they had to push me in a wheelchair. That's how, debilitated I was. So it was a long 6 weeks of waiting. And once you get an answer, like the light went on and go like, see? I told everybody I have an infection in my brain, and they were looking at me like I'm crazy. But I knew that it was something in my brain because of the circles under my eyes. So once you hear a diagnosis that explains what's wrong with you, you have clarity. And then you're just like, okay, just tell me what to do to get rid of this. I'm ready to put on the boxing gloves and fight this out, The 30 days of IV antibiotics actually made me more sick than when I started. But it was also because I wasn't educated about a heavy course of antibiotics does to the body. At that point, I didn't know about how to detox, do coffee enemas, take salt baths. Like, I didn't know any. I was just buckled down and IVs 3 times a day and just sweating it out on the bathroom floor, So that made it a really tough time. That was actually the most scary part of that whole 3 months. It's like I thought, okay, I do the 3 months of antibiotics and I'll be back to work and running. But I was actually, like I said, I was more sick. So that's really when the journey started, like, okay, now I gotta become my own advocate and start, really searching and researching. And I had friends coming to help me and finding doctors and trying to connect the dots.
SNL alum John Rudnitsky is currently starring alongside Reese Witherspoon in the rom-com Home Again. Now, fans may remember John from his time on SNL, and John remembers the time U.S. President Donald Trump hosted the show. Now that Trump is president, John looks back at what it was really like on set with the Donald.
He had trouble with the sketches, and if a sketch wasn't really complimentary about him, mainly physically, he wasn't into it. He would go, it's cute, but no, next, whatever. And he was just on to the next. If it wasn't like about how great he was, I'm totally serious.
Wow.
I mean, there were some really funny sketches that he didn't get. Yeah, his sense of humor is definitely skewed. Call me on the cell phone. And then on set, you would be like, I'm gonna riff. I'm just gonna riff here. By the way, nobody riffs on SNL. Not Will Ferrell, not anybody in history's ever riffed. There are cue cards there for a reason. It's live.
Yeah, we've got it down to this is what we expect.
Yeah. And he went off on the show, and you can kind of tell, when he's trying to do a thing, you're like, man, you're not a comedian.
One of the hot cops who went viral after the Gainesville, Florida Police Department captivated the internet during Hurricane Irma is under investigation after anti-Semitic posts were allegedly discovered on his Facebook page. According to the Gainesville Sun, Officer Michael Hamill, seen here in the middle of the photo, is under fire for posts that he appeared to share before he was employed by the Gainesville Police Department. A 2011 post, which appeared to have been written by Hamill, reads in part, quote, "Stupid people annoy me, put them in an oven and deal with them the Hitler way." While a 2013 post began, quote, "Who knew that reading Jewish jokes before I go to bed would not only make me feel better about myself, but also help me to sleep better as well?" Officer Hamill's Facebook page is no longer visible to the public. Attempts by People to reach Hamill via his department on Thursday to confirm if the posts were unsuccessful. But Gainesville PD spokesman Ben Tobias wrote a statement on the department's Facebook page saying they were, quote, "reviewing the allegation and that any information about the complaint would be confidential until the investigation has been concluded." That post, however, is also no longer visible to the public as of this morning.
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm a fan of this show. I remember back in the day, I was in college, and we would go to the fraternity house, and we would watch Regis every night because ABC abused it and put it on like 9 times a week back then. But there was Reg in the black shirt, black tie, black suit, or the blue, 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 and the monochromatic look. And I mean, his style, the way he hosts. I was getting into the game back then. I was trying to become a newscaster, sportscaster, and so I would watch him. And he just had this ease about him and this way of calming everybody. And you thought, everybody who steps on set is best friends with Regis. And I feel like I'm best friends with Regis. And so that, that style and that grace that he always held, I always admired that and looked up to that.
I also feel like I'm best friends with Regis, and it looks like Chris Harrison was born to follow in Regis's footsteps. The 46-year-old television personality is back for another season of tears, laughs, and million-dollar questions. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is our Toyota People pick of the day. When Chris stopped by People Now, he told us all about some of the new theme weeks this year, including Engaged Week, where young couples play to win money for their wedding. Chris, who also hosts several shows within the Bachelor franchise, told us how the reality dating competition inspired this unique theme. Check this out.
Where this spawned out of, we did Bachelor Week,
right?
When I brought on the Bachelors and Bachelorettes, but okay, none of them are really that smart.
Yeah.
And so the shows were ending so quickly we couldn't fill television. No, I did. We had them on, and that was a good gimmicky week, and it was fun. I actually had Ben H on this season. He did quite well. But I thought, let's take this a step further. Instead of like Bachelors and Bachelorettes, because I like giving money away. I don't mind doing the theme weeks where it goes to a charity. But I find the game is more compelling, more dramatic, and more fun when it's going to the people that are playing.
Right, that person, right?
Yeah, because when you're playing for a charity, you're less likely to gamble and go for it, and so the game becomes a little more benign, and it takes the teeth out of it. So these couples were playing together, and it is fascinating. You learn a lot when pressure, money, all of that is on the line, and when they start questioning each other as far as their intelligence and who's really in charge. So it was, I think, half the couples broke up, I think, after it was over. Yeah.
It's like a relationship pressure cooker, right?
In these situations, though, does your inner Bachelor therapist come out, since that's kind of your specialty?
Well, it's funny. People think the shows are so different, and they are to a certain degree, obviously. But the way I go about hosting it is actually pretty similar in that I'm trying to draw from you as the host, and that you're a contestant on Millionaire, of what's your story, what means something to you, what's the pressure point, what are you there for? And maybe you're just there to beat the game, and that's fine. Maybe it's just a trivial game and you want to beat 14 questions and that's your goal. So it's kind of up to me to figure out where you stand and what your story is, and then try and relay that to the audience.
Well, time to dust off that royal birthday crown because it's Prince Harry's birthday. The cheeky prince turns 33 years old today. So in honor of his special day, we're sharing some of the many reasons why Prince Harry makes our hearts melt. Watch this.
One of the things our mother taught William and I was the value of doing good when no one is watching. The Invictus Games ethos is about courage, inspiration, unconquerable and defiant.
Happy birthday to him. All right, let's check in with Facebook Live one more time. We've been asking you guys who you're most excited to see at Sunday's Emmys.
Samantha says, can't wait for Game of Thrones cast and to
Okay.
see if Chrissy Metz wins big. Now, Game of Thrones not nominated for not one Emmy this year because they missed the window of eligibility.
Yeah.
But we'll probably see a bunch of them. Maybe some will show up just for fun.
I would think
anyway,
so.
yeah.
Kimberly says the cast of This Is Us, and Allie says, I'm pumped for Nicole Kidman. I want her to win.
There you go. Can't wait. We'll see you guys there. And we'll be doing a live stream on
Yes.
people.com and Facebook Live and all of that on Sunday night. So be sure to check that out as well. Coming up next week, the one and only Wendy Williams is revealing why she was born for daytime TV. Plus, we're breaking down the best moments and fashion of the 69th annual Daytime Emmys, of course.
Thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from Wyclef Jean. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye, guys.
What's up, y'all? This is Wyclef Jean, and this is one last thing. Last time I couldn't stop laughing was with my daughter. We got a game we play Tickle or Death, you know what I mean? There's certain sections I can't get tickled at. You know, you got like 10 seconds. If you laugh, you kill it all. And I have like some weak areas right here where she grabs on my underarm and, and there it goes, you know what I mean? I mean, the last good advice I got was probably from my mom. When they kick you down, always remember that. Like, the whole idea of being kicked down is to be able to, like, get back up and keep going. Last song stuck in my head, be humble. Be humble. Basically, Kendrick Lamar have been stuck on my head for the past 24 hours.